guys, welcome to episode 4 of Swellosophy by pipelineTV. I'm your host Brock Burgner, and today we're sitting down with Travis Ajay at Crabby Joe's Deck and Grill on the Sunglow Pier in Daytona Beach. Travis is the founder of Fluid Mag, the main surf and culture magazine for Volusia and surrounding counties. He's also an avid surfer, a huge surf contest announcer, and I think most importantly, professional funny man. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Well, you know, the Swellosophy is a good thing, man. I was looking at it. It's the great idea about everything that happens in the surfing and in the friends, in the community. It's good. I like it. When we first moved here, we moved straight to the beach side, and it took a minute to kind of catch on to what everybody was doing. But we, you know, at 12 years old, I moved right across the street here. A couple of kids I met at Long Street, right up the road, they surf, and they're like, oh, we got an extra board, come out. Right out there. It was on from there.
So right here at Sunglow Pier, your first time?
Right here at Sunglow Pier, right here on the south side. And then from there on, up until, you know, up into high school, I've lived in the Shores area my whole life. You know, went from there where I lived to another house right there. Then for a while, lived on top of the Country Store surf shop, which was, you know, the surf shop back in the day where Mad Dog was and everything. And my mom, my sister, and I lived up top, and I was the cool kid, man. I had everybody come by the surf shop, hanging out. We'd all go surf, you know, out in front of Pirates Cove. If the waves weren't good, we're crowding up the surf shop, watching surf videos all day long. And it was a cool time. He was the boss, that's for sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure somewhere about there is how he got his nickname, you know what I mean? I always make it a joke. I think it was funny, like, not him, but just in general, that there's that era, there was all these dogs. You had Salty Dog, you had Mad Dog, you had Red Dog, you had Sea Dog. You had all these guys growing up around and surfing these, you know, good surfers and like well-known guys, and they were all dogs. I just thought it was kind of funny. I helped. I was part of it, along with Brian Foran, Patrick Ruddy, Tim Truelove. We all kind of, Brian called me one day and was like, hey, I want to start this magazine, you know, and you're one of the first people that came to mind. And like, so we started having meetings, weekly meetings, and we would just kind of sit around, we'd brainstorm. You know, we'd go to Chili's, or we'd go to, you know, we'd just go somewhere and sit down and, you know, have a couple beers, grab some food, and just kind of brainstorm ideas and stuff. And started coming to fruition, and you see it now, it's still going pretty strong. I'm not even sure how many years. It's been a while though. It's a pretty solid thing. Well, I mean, I was a bigger part in the beginning, kind of getting it started, and I had a couple things that I did. I used to write a lot more. Not as much of a part nowadays. You know, some of the ads and some of the people that I got involved are all still involved, which is cool. You know, and we all still talk here and there. You know, kind of bounce up more ideas around or get, you know, some feedback, but. You know, I mean, like one of our first covers was Evan Geisman, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't get much better than that, guys, you know. Just a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool people. You can't really pinpoint one person because, you know, we've got guys that we've covered for fishing, surf, like I said, everything that I've named, you know, the music, you know, we've covered it all. And if you come through Florida and you've been in this area, we've covered it. I think it's just because it's Florida lifestyle. It's not just a surfing magazine. You know what I mean? It's surfing. It's everything you enjoy in Florida. Surfing, fishing, kayaking, stand-up boards, you know, and the restaurants, the food, you know, they do food, music, you know, it covers everything that the Florida lifestyle has, which is, come on, man, you can't beat it here. We live in paradise. You know what I mean? When we leave here, we're going to go over the bridge, and as long as the storm isn't so bad, the sunset is going to be ridiculous. And that's why we live here, you know, a lot.
100 of them maybe?
Oh, well over 100. There's, you know, just Pam Hill from ESA got me started years ago. Like, I forget how it was, and she just, Travis, grab the microphone. I need you to call the heats, this, that, and the other. And I got on there, and I was already, you know, class clown, was a funny guy, so of course I wasn't sticking to, oh, we got yellow, blue, come get your jersey, or, you know, so, and that's just evolved, and then I always have fun. I like making people laugh. I like, you know, I get a real cool feeling out of, you know, because usually everybody's looking that way, and they're watching the ocean, but I'll do a voice or I'll say something, and to see people turn around and like kind of start laughing, it gives me a cool feeling, you know what I mean? I've surfed competitively most of my life, still do every once in a while just for fun, and I think I know what I'm talking about a little bit. There was a time when I could hold my own with some of the best guys, so. You know, it's funny, the Flagler events they're so good, man. So much family, like the May Day, the Tommy Tant. I've never announced a Flagler Surf Series, but I've been there and checked, and it's just still the same vibe. You know, it's like family. It's all the boys, you know, and the girls, and everybody just kind of comes together. It's just a tight-knit community, you know. Bobby Spinners. That guy, man, he's hurt right now, but I was thinking about him today at work. It's crazy because, you know, one of his first times out to California to do U.S. championships, and and I'm announcing with Ryan Simmons, and Ryan Simmons helped picking the team and stuff, and they're like, who is this kid, dude? And I'm like, telling you, dude, that's Bobby Spinners right there. And he did well enough, and they were going to put him on the U.S. team. Wow. You know, and he just, you know, at that time, he didn't have much money, he didn't have sponsors behind him, so, you know, he couldn't really afford the travel to go here and go there and be out in California back and forth. I've got a 9-year-old, and he's got the surf bug. I've had him in the water since, you know, pretty much the time he could stand. You know, I was putting him on a board and letting him get out there, and I've never pushed on him real hard. You know, before Corona, we were playing a lot of baseball. I was coaching. We did, you know, quite a few seasons. He excelled in that. So I was a good coach with that. He liked it. He listened. With the surfing, it's not so much. Dad, I got this. And I get frustrated. But he's got the surf bug, man, and you can get on a Ponce Inlet every given day. And that little first peak is always working just enough for these little groms. There's a killer crew down there. You got the Lopez's, the Nippers, the Loves. And there's such a good, and I'm not even naming them all. And there's the Wongs now, they're coming in. They're such a good crew of kids, and they all just having fun. The Marks family, they're here now. You know, Victoria's out there all the time. She's super stoked. Trav asking me for tips, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, your sister might be world champ next year, and you're asking me for tips, you know, and it makes you feel good. And it's just the stoke. The stoke level it doesn't get any better. You know, it's kids, and they're having a blast. And the water's crystal clear. One day you see a manatee. One day we're watching rays swim. You know, even if a shark swims by you, we can see it. We know, okay, it's not bothering you. You know, good vibes. When I was 10, yeah, because all I did up there, I was the only white kid in my neighborhood. All I did was play sports, played football. You know, I didn't know anything else. You know, I came down here, and sometimes I feel like, oh, maybe surfing took me away from sports because I was fast. I was good. You know, I had to be, or else I couldn't play with the kids in my neighborhood. And but I wouldn't trade it. You know what I mean? But yeah, life definitely changed. It was culture shock, but I always find myself. I kind of call myself a chameleon. I kind of just adapt to my surroundings. You know, they change their colors like wherever they go, and I've always been that way. I can hang out with the redneck guy. I can hang out with the black guy. I can hang out with Spanish friends. I can hang out with surfer dudes, the jock, whoever. You know, and I'll fit in, and I make friends everywhere I go. So I don't know where I got that from. Maybe my mom or my dad. I don't know. But when we first moved to Florida, I went to 4th grade at South Daytona Elementary, 5th grade at Ormond Elementary, 6th grade at Longstreet Elementary, and then for 7th grade got to go to Silver Sands, and then went to Silver Sands, and from there to Spruce Creek. But oh yeah, I moved, and I think that's another thing. I made friends everywhere I went. So like now as I got older, I've got friends in this whole county. You know, basically. Yeah. A lot of people like Mad Clips. I don't know if you ever watched those at all. Oh man. It's something we did back in 2009, and people have been bugging me for a long time to get back into it. We used to do a lot of like skit comedy, different characters and stuff, with just the different voices, different wigs and stuff.
Well, I tell you,
I got my voices from Eddie Murphy, because he always had different characters, and a lot of people don't know who this is, but my grandmother was a big fan of Rich Little, and he was like one of the first people to start doing impersonations. And I almost wore my mask. I was going to do my whole interview with a mask on.
That would have been awesome.
Right. I didn't personally have it. I might have had it. I felt like I had it for a few days. Like I felt pretty sick. Headache for 2 days, coughing the whole nine. But I mean, that was it, 2-3 days. But my you know, I've had some family members that were affected pretty severely, and they said it was as bad as it could be. You know what I mean? But now they're better. You know, everything's better. It's weird. It's a weird time we're living in, and you know, everybody believes one thing. Some people believe another, and everyone looks at it differently. But that's the world. You know, the glass is half full. The glass is half empty. Why? Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Wow, what a guy. I wasn't even done with this one, and I got another one.
He thinks you're a celebrity.
Yeah, I'm a celebrity. Yeah, it's very good. You're all fooled.
Oh, okay. She or
Thanks, man.
Dang it.
We come up here quite a bit. Like I said, man, I've been hanging out this pier since I was a kid. Luke's known me since I was a kid.
How cool is Luke?
So awesome. Like you were asking me earlier, like, oh, what are some of the favorite events you've ever done? We had, what was it called? I did it with Josh Wagner. We did an event here at Sunglow. We did a tow-out event, and it was beers and, my mind's blank. I'm old. Oh, I left my readers over there. I even wear readers now. But we had music. Yeah, right? Oh, there you are, Drew. I can see you.
It's much better, isn't it?
No, but we even had music out at the end of the pier, the very end of the pier. And, oh man, what a great event that was. And Luke was so cool to let us do that. You know, because for so many years, you know, at any pier, especially here, there was such a conflict between fishermen and surfers. You know, weights getting thrown, and you know, if we got too close, and like the rangers coming and moving us. But for that time, and we had the same thing. We had to have a couple meetings, brainstorm, talk about it, and we got it together. And just to bring everybody together like that and have a great time, and everybody was stoked. Everybody working made money. Everybody surfing had fun, you know. And of course, I'm glad to meet you and be here with you at Sunglow Pier, where I learned to surf amongst all these folks. They have no idea, looking at me like I'm some kind of celebrity, but I'm definitely not. Maybe locally, you know, locally I'm a celebrity, but it's about as far as it goes, mate.
Well, guys, that wraps up episode 4 of Swellosophy by pipelineTV featuring Travis Ajay. I hope you enjoyed the show. As always, if you want to hear from somebody specific, shoot us an email, brockburgner@gmail.com, pipelineTV@gmail.com, or swellosophy@gmail.com. We'd be happy to get anyone on the show that you want to see. Also, if there's a product you want to see or you want to sponsor the show, shoot us an email at those email addresses.